So here we have acorns that I deshelled and also put quickly through the food processor. We're going to process them, taking out the tannins or the bitterness of the acorns. We're going to be using a cold water method. So I have another video where we were using boiling water, hot water, which takes less time than this, but this is a little bit better because it keeps the starches in place. So once you have your acorns tied up in a cloth, I'm going to submerge them in cold, clean water. So we're going to submerge them till they're completely under cold, clean water. And then after about 8 hours, or first thing when I wake up in the morning and first thing before I go to bed, you're going to check that water. You see that it's yellow and brown. Those are the tannins being leached off of the acorns. So every time before I go to bed and every time I wake up for several days, I'm going to pour that dirty water off and I'm going to replace it with clean, cold water. And so this took me about 7 days until the tannins from these acorns were completely leached off. It can take anywhere from 3 days to 7 days, maybe up to a few weeks, I've heard, for some types of acorns. But after 7 days of pouring that water off and replacing it, we have clean water, which means that the acorns are tannin free, or a lot less tannins are actually in them. And so they are at this point processed. We're just going to leave them to dry. And so, like I said, they are fully processed, so you can start eating them or put them in any recipes. But I'm going to do one final step, and I'm actually going to process them in a food processor till they're a fine flour or very tiny acorn grits. So I'm going to be using these in baked goods. I'm also going to be using it as a flour in acorn grits with corn grits. But yeah, that's how you do it the cold water method way.